This question pertains to the basic principles of sound tax system. Question 12. The Department of Finance proposes a new tax measure to replace the existing value-added tax. Take note of this. With complex turnover tax that has a different rate of every category of business activity. So medyo komplikado na ngayon. The stated goals of this reform are twofold. First, double the government's total revenue. So that is raise revenue, right? That is the primary purpose. Second, to ensure that the tax burden is placed only on the large corporations, not the small, struggling enterprises. If this proposal is enacted, a prominent economist criticizes the new system, arguing that the tax system, while fulfilling its revenue goal, will lead to the massive increase in compliance error, lengthy audit delays, and significant corruptions. Based on the basic principles of sound tax system, the economist's criticism primarily indicates that the new system is in direct conflict of which of the following principles, despite its apparent success in meeting one of the other principles. Okay, now let's try to assess if violating one of those principles as stated in there in the sound tax system could violate or invalidate the tax. So ano dito sa mga principles yung nire-raise dito? I think that's not the concern here of this question. Ang hinahanap lang natin dito is ano yung direct conflict with the following principles. Una-una, yung mahirap dito, yung argument dito is yung massive increase in compliance errors and lengthy audit delays. So hanapin natin ito kung anong particular dyan na principle yung directly violated. Number one is the system fails the test of theoretical justice. Hindi naman, it's not the problem in there. Okay? Kasi ang ano doon is mayroong error, so it's not about the ability to pay. Yung sinasabi nating compliance errors, lengthy audit delays, and significant corruptions. Yung letter B, the system fails the test of fiscal adequacy. Fiscal adequacy, it's about equating revenue and the budget expenditures of the government. So it's not about that, okay? Letter C is the system fails to test the administrative feasibility study. Here, administrative feasibility study is about the smoothness, efficiency in collection. So there must be a system, collection of tax. It requires a system that to be implemented in order that the collection is efficient and smooth. So we try to avoid some errors or leakages of the cash flows that should be coming into the government. So that's the administrative feasibility, which is acceptable, right? This one is not, it's incongruent with what is asked or the data or the information provided in the question. Letter D, the system fails to test consistency with economic goals. It's not about economic goals because economic goals is complied naman pagdating dito. Pero ang problema dito nga is yung process na ngayon ng pagkolekta. So because the high administrative burden will unduly hinder the main economics. So it's not about that. So it's not coherent with what is asked in the question. So therefore the answer is letter C. Okay. Now if I'm going to add with the explanation, so first is here the scenario, mayroong success kasi mag-double nga yung income ng government. Yun yung sabi dito. Okay, double the income. So that's a huge success when it comes to raising revenues. Fiscal adequacy is fulfilled. But the failure is that sabi ng economist, a system is too complex daw. So magkakaroon siya ng maraming errors in the compliance, madidelay yung audit, at saka magkakaroon ng significant corruption. So yung ganito, this difficulty implementation enforcement is the definition of failure to in the administrative feasibility. So that's the direct principle that is not complied here in this particular system. So this principle kasi yung administrative feasibility, sabi dito na the tax law be simple. Sabi ng ng administrative feasibility, kailangan simple, tapos clear, walang maraming duda or need for many interpretations, at saka convenient. Ano yung pinakamadali, at walang any other na pwedeng maging source ng abuse kasi medyo hindi siya, or marami siyang kailangan na gawin at maraming tsatsyaburetsa na pwedeng magkakaroon ng opportunity yung mga corrupt na abusuhin. So, it must be simple, clear, and convenient for both taxpayer at saka ng administrator ng BIR. In order na ma-ensure naman natin na effective and efficient yung assessment, collection, at saka compliance. Kasi pag vague kasi, it can be a venue for abuse, some abusive acts. So, without excessive cause of the complication. So yan yung in-emphasize dito, that the complexity, turnover, lahat ng dito could undermine this requirement. So that's the demonstration, particularly on the administrative feasibility, that efficiency of the collection must be simple, clear, and convenient.